Hey beauty chameleons, it is Tasha. Welcome back to my channel. Man, I'm missing doing some tutorials for you guys. So today, if you have a naked palette and you are ready to play with some more looks, well today I'm going to be creating a very nice sultry smoky eye with this look, using some of the darker shades in this palette and kind of balancing off with a nice neutral lip and cheek. So if you like this look and want to learn how to create it, stay tuned and keep on watching. Okay, let's get started. Now the very first thing you want to do for this tutorial is definitely prime your eyelid, and I've already primed my eyes using my Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer. Now break out that naked palette because we're going to work with one color first, and I'm going to be breaking out my 242 brush from MAC, and we're going to go ahead and apply on Sin, which is a nice luster lid color I'm going to use on the eyelid. Simply take your 242 brush or any type of flat brush and apply by using patting motions on the ball of the eye and moving your way toward the inner corners of the eye. And as you get it on, slightly start to blend it above the crease line toward the inner corner of the eye, and then as we move down here, we're going to bring it down almost in a triangular shape right here to the outer corner. Now switching brushes, I'm just going to be using my shader brush. This is the Sigma, it's the 252 brush. I'm going to be using Gunmetal, which is this dark metally gray, and I'm simply going to apply a little bit on my brush, and I'm going to lightly apply it in the outer corner of my eye. Just like so. It's going to kind of look a little weird, but we're going to start blending everything out in just one moment, but just light patting motion, just like that. Now take a 224 brush, this is a blending brush, and you can use it to blend out the edges of the shadow, just ever so lightly. And then we're also going to wipe off that brush and blend out the inner corners of the eye with the same brush. Now to smoke up the eye, we're going to be using Creep, and I'm going to be taking a smaller dome-shaped brush or a crease brush. This is NARS number 12. I like this one when I want to do a little detail. I'm going to take a little bit of Creep and lightly tap it on the tip of the brush and tap off some of the excess. I'm going to line the upper lash line just ever so slightly, and then I will take that color and start working it in the crease to darken up the color and blending further upward on the crease area of the eye. Once you have that placed, go back to that 242 brush, or I believe this is my 224 brush from Sigma, and I'm going to grab a little bit more of Creep, tap off the excess, and I'm going to start blending that color slightly above the crease and into the orbital bone area of my eye. Take out the excess once you have it placed, and again just start blending in little circular motions back and forth like a windshield washer, just so that color starts to move and blend out for you. You're going to actually blend the outer corner of the eye almost to the brow, but not all the way to, and then we're going to again bring it toward the inner corner of the eye, so you have this nice gradient smoked out eye. I did this eye just so we can have a nice daytime look with this eye, so it's not too heavy. So now we have that blended out. Now for me, I like to have my inner crease kind of blended in a little bit darker. So I grabbed a little bit more crease. I'm going to kind of lightly dab it, kind of like you're stamping. Just dab, dab, dab. And I'm going to blend just in this inner portion right in my eye here. Once you have that done, we're going to want to blend out the harsh edges around the eye. So all I'm going to do is grab Naked, which is a nice nude tone. For those of you that are lighter complexion than me, you want to grab maybe a more neutral or lighter shade like a vanilla eyeshadow that is matte. So I'm simply going to be using that color to blend out the inner corners of the edges of the eyeshadow all the way up to my brow bone. I'm also going to grab a little bit more of Naked and blend on the brow, underneath the brow, and the outer edges of the shadow. This will give you a nice seamless finish and almost make the eyeshadow look like it was airbrushed on. Now we're not done there. I'm going to grab a little bit more creep again and blend just like so, and lightly blend out. I'm applying very minimal pressure of that brush to my skin, and I'm just lightly blending in short circular motions. Now the next thing I'm going to do is grab my 242 brush. I'm going to grab a little bit of version just on the tip of the brush, very little, and I'm going to use that underneath the arch of my brow, just like so, and slowly bring that color down. Now if you got a little bit too much, which I think I did, I'm just going to grab a little bit more of Naked and kind of blend underneath it, just so I don't have too much of that highlight, so it's not bam in your face. And then I'm going to go back to my brush here, grab a little bit more version, and move it into the inner corners of my eye like so. Now once you have the eyelid done, I do suggest grabbing a little bit more of thin, just to kind of, I'm grabbing it right there, just to kind of reset that color on the lid. 'Cause a lot of times when you work with darker colors, sometimes in the crease that color falls on the lid and it darkens up your lid color, and you really want this color to pop. So I went back and kind of reset the color. Now we're going to go underneath the lash line. I'm going to grab a little bit of creep and put it on a pencil brush like this here. I'm going to apply it underneath the outer quarter of my eye area and softly fade out into the corner of the eye. And then I'm going to grab Gunmetal, and it's that color right at the end of the palette. And I'm going to take Gunmetal and start where I left off with creep and blend it to the inner corner of where Thin is left off, just like so. Now once you're done, you will have some fallout. You can go ahead and clean that up, but I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes. The liner I'm going to be using in this video is from Wet n Wild, and it's the black. Thank you so much from Beat Face Honey. I am in love with this Wet n Wild liner, and I will tell you guys more about it in another video, but this is like my favorite, better than the L'Oreal Hip. But I'm just going to use my Bare Minerals eyelining brush. You can use any brush, it's just a really skinny head. And I'm just going to take that product and dip it toward the center of my eye and move my way out. I like to take short, tiny strokes. That's just me, but if you are a pro, definitely just take one fell swoop and line, but take your time. There's no rush when it comes to makeup. I'm also going to take a little bit and go along my inner rim, kind of right in here, and blend it out as I get closer to the inner corners of my eye. And then I'm going to continue that line on top, because that would be kind of weird leaving it just like this, right? So I'm going to go from the inner corner of my eye and move my way up. And there we go, we have our eyes lined. And after this, what I'm going to do is actually apply my lashes. And if you haven't seen how to apply lashes, I do have a video on my YouTube channel, which is InHop76. And there is a playlist on how-tos, and there's one video that shows you how to apply lashes. Now the lashes I will be using is actually new to me. I'm going to be using Sonia Kashuk, and these are her Full Glam lashes. Now these will feel a little bit more or less human as far as hair, but they are truly simple to apply on, because they have a really, the band is a little bit more thicker, so you don't have to worry about manipulating too much, but when you place it on, you have it there. So I'll be right back, and I'll show you how to finish up the rest of my face. Okay, welcome back. Here is the final look with those fluffy Sonia Kashuk glam lashes. Like I said, these feel kind of more plastic, but they do add a fun, glammy look to the eyes. But to finish off the face, what I decided to do is keep the cheek and lip very neutral. So I broke out my NARS Orgasm blush, love that color, and I'm simply going to use my angle brush to apply it onto the apples of my cheeks, just like so. Now if you'd like to know what foundation I have on, I am wearing my Tim2 Airbrush foundation, and my color is Honey. And I don't think I'm going to add any bronzer to this look. I'm just going to keep it very soft and simple. And for my lip, I'm going to break out my Bourjois. You probably will only be able to find this either online at beauty.com or at Ulta, because I know Sephora used to carry this, and I picked this up lately at the Ulta. But this is Espigall number 10. It's my favorite nude lip pencil. But what I'm doing is just lining the lip, and then I'm also filling it in so it kind of nudes out my lip tone. I will pat to set it, and then I'm going to be using my Lorac Cosmetics, and it's a Couture Shine Lip Gloss. This color I believe is called Couture. I just love it because it smells good. It has sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, so it's really good and hydrating for the lips, and it's a gorgeous nude lip color. I like that it has a brush applicator versus the doe foot, so it makes it easy for application. But once you've done that, you have this wonderful smoky eye look all complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, giving you another opportunity to break out that naked palette and create a very fun smoky eye that you can wear for the day or for going out on that special occasion. And stay tuned, there's going to be probably one more naked eye tutorial before the next Book of Shadows 3 come out. That's right. If you haven't checked out my blog at beautychameleon.com, I was on Twitter and I saw Talia, which is another blogger, big beauty blogger, and also on YouTube doing videos and tutorials and stuff like that. But she announced on her blog that Urban Decay will be launching out the Book of Shadows 3, you guys. And I believe Urban Decay announced that it will be coming out September 7th at urbandecay.com first. So if you are a Book of Shadows fan, stay tuned, check out my blog post about it, and you know I'm going to try to get my hands on it so we can have some fun this holiday season. But as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!